Time now for Options Insight. I'm Abigail Doolittle. Joining me today is Scott Bauer of Prosper Trading Academy from the SIBO in Chicago. Great to have you as always, Scott, and wish we had you the other day. You had a great call on Nike, but I think you're going to have another great call on Micron. But before we get to your trade, let's talk macro, because we have stocks, out of the last 5 days, the S&P 500 down 4 of those last 5 days. But today, very small moves, especially considering that political drama.
Yeah, a lot of consolidation, actually. If you look at just opening to close. Intraday, we're getting some moves, but exactly, with everything that we are seeing here, you would think that we would have bigger moves, and we're not. However, we have to look at the VIX, and even though the VIX is, pretty flat, pretty unchanged today, it's still fairly elevated. It's still trading right around 16. It actually traded up higher than that today. Yesterday, it actually traded up well over 18 when, some of the news first came out. So that is implying that bigger moves are in store here.
So what is the directional cue or cues that investors are waiting for? Certainly we have the earnings season that will be kicking off in a couple of weeks. But what else, considering all of these headlines and whipsaws around uncertainty?
It's really China and earnings. So no news the market is taking as good news with China. So, we really haven't seen anything of substance over the last few weeks or so. Yes, President Trump, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, said, we may be close to a deal. The market shrugs that off, but no news is good news. It's when we get some sort of negativity that puts a spike in the VIX and his over the last few weeks and months made the market sell off a little bit. No news is good news, and I think that we are really now focused on these earnings, like you said, which are coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting on that trade. Waiting for headlines there, some sort of certainty. It's almost like waiting for Godot. So I guess it'll be that earnings season that could perhaps be that next driver. Very quickly before your trade, some of our other guests are talking about seeing underlying activity in the options market, suggesting that a lot of investors are hedging for big volatility, certainly in October, but in the fourth quarter. Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, if you look at the VIX curve, you're seeing some increased futures prices going out post-October. So, yeah, I think, that's exactly what you're seeing.
And now Micron, your bullish options trade on Micron.
Yes, so I want to take advantage of the massive amount of implied volatility, higher premium prices for this week's options. I'm selling the 53 call, which is about $4.50 above the market here. I'm buying the 53 call going out 3 weeks. So that is a bullish play, but it's also more of a volatility play, Abigail, where I'm selling expensive premium this week, buying cheaper premium out in 3 weeks. I can do that somewhere around 60 cents. I am looking for an upside move here beyond what the expected move is, which is about $3.50. I think Micron breaks out past those recent highs that we've seen around 51.5.
Scott Bauer of Prosper Trading Academy, great stuff. Thank you for joining us, as always, for Options Insight.
Thanks, Abigail.